Tally-ho, Joolz Guides here, and I'm absolutely sweltering, so I might have to make this brief. Joolz Guides, in which I wander around London and tell you fascinating facts. Now, I've already been around this area. If you watch one of my other amazing videos about hidden London gems, quirky walking tour, I come right down this street, which is the St James Street, towards St James's Palace. But I've missed out a couple of things there, so I just wanted to point out some of the amazing shops and stuff which are down here. So let's go this direction.
Let's go. Where are we going, Julian?
It's just that, well, I mean, you know, I've already talked about Berry Brothers and Rudd, which opened up in 1698. A lot of the shops down here opened up in order to try and suck up to the palace. I mean, in 1698, the Palace of Whitehall burnt down, which is why some of these places popped up, so they could try and be close to the palace and get royal patronage, I suppose. But also they've got lots of posh gentlemen's clubs down here as well.
What about this little alley? I remember you went down there once.
Yeah, we've been in here. This is the smallest square, Pickering Place. Look, let's quickly run down here. Quickly run down here. Pickering Place, one of the only 17th century, I think it's 17th, 18th century little passageways left in this area. We're doing a quick tour because I've already done it. So let's go whiz around this. Just whiz around this. I know, but we've been here in my other video. I don't want to repeat myself, but they say it's the last place in London that a duel was fought. A duel, yeah. I don't know who it was between. But anyway, yes. So let's this is a whistle-stop tour because I'm going on holiday. I'm going on holiday and I want to squeeze in a bit of extra filming before I go away. You see this? In the film Kingsman, it's in Savile Row where they really based it on. And of course, Lock's Hatter, the oldest family-run business in London, for sure. And in the back, they've got a wonderful museum where you can see all the hats made for Churchill, for the Duke of Wellington, Nelson, and all sorts of stuff. It's actually where this bowler hat was invented, was here, by Thomas and William Bowler. Anyway, there was this fellow who was a gamekeeper, and he was getting a bit fed up with his hat getting knocked off when he was riding through the branches on his estate. And I think he was wearing a top hat, and it wasn't very appropriate for gamekeeping or hunting. And so he came down here and said, look, could you make me something a little bit more appropriate? And so Thomas and William Bowler, who were working here, they came up with this hat, which was like this. It was a bit more like a helmet, you know, quite hard, and it protected his head from the branches or any falling debris. And so that's how the bowler hats came about, which then became known as a derby in America, because I think it became quite a popular hat to wear on English Derby Day. But God, I'm really whizzing through this, aren't I? It's because we've got an appointment to go and meet George Frakes at the Cigar Shop. This is an experiment, actually, because someone wrote in the comments and told me to keep the camera rolling. They just said, just keep it rolling. I prefer it when you do that, you know, and so there's no editing in this one. But this John Lobb, look, by appointments to His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh and Prince of Wales, and they've got in here, they've got all these lasts. So a last is the it's a little wooden thing and they've got all these ones downstairs. They've got hundreds of them. They've got Princess Diana's one, Frank Sinatra, all sorts of famous people have had shoes made here. And actually, they've got a little prototype of the Duke of Wellington's first ever Wellington boot that a little kind of thing that they sent to him when he was on campaign. They said, oh, how about one of these? And he went, yeah, okay, I'll have a pair of those made. And so they made a gigantic pair. Oh, by the way, I must also say hello to Noah Gutierrez, because he was the one who encouraged me to make a film about the shop. So, hi Noah, hope you're doing well.
How much do you reckon a pair of handmade shoes cost?
They start from about £5,000.
Walking round in old St James, the smoky ghost whistle your name, and to forget you is in vain, and smoking ain't no crime. Tra-la-la-la, smoke a cigar, having a laugh and a joke. Maybe I'll die and maybe I won't, but let's all get lost in the smoke.
This is kind of like stream of consciousness video. It will be a lot easier to edit, that's for sure.
That's better. It's really nice to get to see some bits of London this way.
Yes, that's true. Well,
not like the other rubbish that you put out, do you?
Sorry. Well, you should see the day when I've got a video about me riding a penny farthing. You should see he brought us up here in the pouring rain up this extremely busy street and through Piccadilly Circus. It was good fun. I was just terrified. Oh look, Blue Ball Yard. Let's wander down here.
Yeah, but you would be a lot higher up than everybody else on the penny farthing.
I was, exactly. That's the problem with me. Whenever I do something like riding a horse or learning to surf or wearing riding a penny farthing, they always give me a gigantic one. So I've got to have a really big horse. So it's further for me to fall, which I usually do. This is a beautiful little street here. Blue Ball Yard, yeah, because, well, they've got, this is one, apart from Pickering Place, which we just whizzed down, this is one of the only other little street which still survives from around the 17th century. I mean, look, these little bits here, these used to be stables and houses for the people presumably working at the palace. Anyway, look, we've got to go over the road to go and get some cigars from James Fox.
Have you ever had blue balls, Stuart? When a woman leads a bloke on and is just eating, but then refuses to have sex with him. Have you heard that expression before?
No, I haven't.
Blue balls.
You can blue ball somebody?
Yeah, have you ever heard?
No, I haven't.
Somebody's got blue balls.
Really?
Yeah, like when you lead a bloke on and then they're like, and then they're sort of in bed with them and then you sort of go, oh no, I don't want to have sex. They're like, balls are so
Hello, sir. Absolutely sweltering.
Yes, quite well.
I'm boiling. Yeah, I'm not bad, thanks. It's my sister Louisa.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how about yourself?
Okay, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, so let me shake your hand as well.
It's better if he's in the shop and I approach the shop rather than just bump into him in the street. I think it works better that way.
Bumping into each other in the street.
George the Piccadilly boy shows us all how to enjoy smoking outside the Savoy. Shoes are polish and shine.
Hello, Jules. How are you?
Very well.
Good to see you,
Nice to
man.
meet you. You're smoking a cigar
Yeah.
inside.
That's a Ramon Alones specially selected. We have a special sampling license here. As most of our business comes from selling the hand-rolled long filler cigars, you can smoke a long filler hand-rolled cigar indoors to sample it with view to possibly purchase more.
Strictly speaking, I should be taking off my hat indoors. George has, but it's part of my branding, so I'm sure they'll allow me.
Yeah.
How long has this been? Is this a really old?
232 years now.
I heard this is where Churchill got his cigar.
It is indeed, yeah. He was a customer here from 1900 to 1964.
I've been smoking a pipe for what, 55 years? Hasn't stunted my growth. The odd cigarette, the odd cigar.
Sneak a cigarette in every now and then.
Oh yeah, and I've got an Indonesian cigarettes that I have, yeah.
Is this the shop where James Bond used to come and get his cigarettes made? You know, but
Yeah.
James Bond books.
Mm.
Apparently James
It's
Bond
just on the main out, on the corner of Grosvenor Street and Bond Street.
Oh, is that
The
right?
little lady used to sit in the window there.
Oh, really?
I have the recipe for them.
And he used to smoke 70 a day, because I used to have 70 made.
Yeah. Milford and Son, that was the company, and that was the blend. Turkish Yenisian and Balkan Robust, the two mixtures.
That is fantastic. That is so cool.
Not a lot of people know that.
No, and can I still get some made up? Can you make them up?
No, those days are gone, darling.
Oh,
If you're in New York, go and see a company called Georgopoulos.
really?
They'll make them up
I
for
really
you.
want to get some.
Yeah.
James Bond's cigarette.
Yeah.
The sailors smoke to stay awake or to relieve a bad toothache, and it will cure your cancer, mate. Tobacco is truly divine. Tra-la-la-la. Sherlock Holmes didn't smoke a pipe in books, I don't think.
No, well,
That's
it was because one of the first plays where someone played Sherlock, he wanted to stand out. So he used a very large pipe, just like this one here. Now this is a calabash. That is gourd. So it's actually a gourd grown in that shape specifically.
It's the persona of a cigar smoker. I mean, look at the fellow over there with the pipe. Look.
How are we?
He's the real McCoy, this chap.
This is real McCoy.
What about women pipe smokers? I mean, do you get many
We
of
have
those?
quite a
in
few.
here?
We've got quite a few.
Really?
We have the second Tuesday of each month. We have a pipe evening upstairs.
That's an official ladies' pipe made in France by Butcher Can.
I mean, they're very thin. I prefer a large fat one myself.
Where's this conversation going? Let's go and have a look downstairs.
These are our royal appointments. Of course, George V and VI here, as well as Bertie. Edward VII.
And there's the Queen's mum.
Yeah, that is indeed. And
Surely she didn't smoke.
our last royal warrant was for the Queen Mother.
Oh, really?
Did you want a cigar to smoke in Winston Churchill's smoking chair?
This is Winston Churchill's
Yeah,
chair.
yeah.
So which kind of cigars did he smoke?
His favourite size was a size called a Giulietta No. 2, and it's nowadays called a Churchill, colloquially. It was named that in 1947 in this shop, actually. It's called the Churchill here.
I feel like I'm in that thing, History Today.
Yeah.
You know an old box with a picture of a cow on it, and when you turn it upside down, it goes moo.
Yes. Yeah.
That's your stereo, that is.
His hat's the most dapper by far. He's lightning on the old guitar, and he smokes a cool cigar. Relax and take your time. Tra-la-la-la, smoke a cigar, having a laugh and a joke. Maybe I'll die and maybe I won't, so let's all get lost in
It's
the
a very
smoke.
nice light cigar. You can smoke that at breakfast, before breakfast, any time of day.
After sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe 20 a day. Oh, there's a picture of him in the
Actually,
chair.
in the chair,
Oh,
right there,
it is.
yeah.
Oh, right.
You cannot reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth.
These are the oldest cigars in existence, Cuban
really?
cigars. These were on display at the Great Exhibition in 1851. These are pure gold tip cigarettes, and these are what Oscar Wilde smoked. This is quite a funny telegram here from Churchill. Dear sirs, confirming our telephone conversation, Sir Winston Churchill would be much obliged if you would send a box of 25 cigars of good quality, but not quite as good as the Romeo and Juliet, and of medium size to his grandson for his birthday on the October 10th. Yeah.
Let's go take a look inside this humidor.
Well, at the moment, this here is £70,000, but that's for 170 cigars.
170 will
Yeah.
set you back £70,000.
Yeah, but that's not the most expensive single cigar. That's the most expensive single piece.
Right.
The Davidoff Dom Perignon. And that's a Churchill size.
Whoa.
7 inches by a 47 ring gauge.
Sorry.
Quite a good price at £900 a stick.
Only 900?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll take a couple of them.
Yeah, go for it.
Does it like that?
So what is the most expensive pipe in the shop?
The Dunhill, that'd be a bit more. That's probably about £1.5 grand, that one.
Ooh, good price.
It's
They're about
disguised in a
1.5.
book, it's wonderful.
No, see, I know I'm a bit obsessed with Columbo, but if you buy the complete DVD Columbo set, it also comes in something like this. It comes in actually a cigar box. Here, thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
La, smoke a cigar, having a laugh and a joke. Maybe I'll die and maybe I won't, so let's all get lost in the smoke.
Actually, it was in Jermyn Street that Al Bowley was killed. You know Al Bowley, who did all those songs in The Singing Detective and Pennies from Heaven? Yeah, put in a riptide and time on my hands. My woman as mean as she can be. My woman, she makes a fool of me. Never treats me good, don't know why I should love her. That guy, right? He was actually South African, but he lived in Jermyn Street and he refused to leave during an air raid. He said, nah, they're never going to hit me. And so he said, no, I'll just stay in my house during the Blitz. And so he just stayed in his house here in Jermyn Street, and there was a direct hit on his building, and he died. I don't know which one it was his actual house, but I liked Al Bowley. He's actually, now see, the reason why you've got old Beau Brummel there, the statue of Beau Brummel, is because he was so famous for dressing well. And all these shops around Jermyn Street and the Piccadilly Arcade are sort of gentlemen's outfitters, and look, this is a beautiful barber's where you can come and get a shave and what have you. Look, but up here in the Piccadilly Arcade, which I've been to before in my Mayfair video, there is an excellent hat shop.
Soon the Catholics rang the bell, smoking's a sin, you'll go to hell. And if you see me, pray don't tell, I swear I'll let you
Here we
shake
are, number
mine.
7.
Tra-la-la-la, smoke a cigar.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, how are you today?
Very well, thank you. What a
Good,
delightful
good.
shop. I'm always walking past this shop, and I've never actually been in.
We're one of 2 hat manufacturers in London. We've had a workshop in London since 1679.
And I quite like these ones, you see, because it's higher in the crown. I see you are manhandling my hat there.
I am.
You seem to look at the damage you've done to it all there.
It's shocking,
look at
isn't
that.
it? Well, it's sad but true. So, because it's not a real hat.
How dare you?
Indeed. It's a hat as much as it goes on your
No,
head.
I bought it a Camden.
And I would suggest right now the hat is dressed for 9 to 5 wear rather than for evening. And in this present day, it would be brought down on the brim and curled more to create more of a cavalier looking.
I mean,
So
I
this
like
will
being
make
old.
it look slightly more like a 18th century
Oh,
type
yes,
of
that's-
bowler.
yeah.
So we'll curve that, and then usually we do that when you're here on the last fitting, so that we can follow your cheekbone and your jowl.
Jowls.
Your jowl. So
I knew I was getting a bit old.
we'll follow that line and your cheek line. So the hat would be worn. So we'll bring that down and then
Okay.
follow the line. So you get a flush line. In the 14th century, in order to bolster the wool industry in the UK, it was made law that any man over the age of 6 needed to wear a hat, and if he didn't, he would be fined almost a month's wages.
So what? What's it called? It's called.
This is called a traveller.
All right, and you can do anything you like.
So
It's a magic hat.
It's a magic hat. So you can pack it up in your suitcase, just fold it together, and then you just decide whether you want to be Homburg mode. Pinch the front, you've got a trilby, round it off and turn it into a bit of a Fred Astaire moment now. So you also wear the hat in a different angle depending on what you want to tell the world at large about your availability. So wearing it straight technically is a to the office kind of job. If you tilt it further forward over your brow, so
Like a little bit of a jaunty angle.
so if it's down over your brow, then technically you are letting the world at large know that you're not available. So we make hats up for all the sort of movies like Downton or Peaky Blinders, as you would know it now, things like Taboo.
Does that mean that you made the hats for these films?
Indeed it does. Whether it's a Bond movie or Indiana Jones, they're all our kind of hats. Doctor Who, he'll be one of our
You
hats.
didn't make that Stetson, did you?
Well, it's not really a Stetson, but actually they're famous. And we have people constantly asking to have an Indiana hat.
Wait,
So
you made the Indiana Jones hat. Why didn't you say so?
Nice try, Loud Che.
Drop them, Dr. Joolz. They will be found. You won't.
I can also give you the bullwhip that went with it.
You didn't make that, did you?
We did. We also made Odd Jobs hat.
You're keeping all this stuff. See all the really cool stuff.
Thank you.
Nice to have met you. Have a good afternoon.
See ya.
What's the name of this street? You remember? Duke Street, St James. See, you got the Checkers pump here, but just on the left of the Checkers pump, this is a little alleyway. And I like this alleyway. I mean, it doesn't smell of urine as much as most of the alleyways I tend to go down, but...
It actually smells of quite delicious pub food.
yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? It's the pub there. It's a really nice little find, but just down here, you see this place down at the end here? That's where Jimi Hendrix first came to London in 1966. He stepped off the plane and he came and he performed here at the Scotch of St James Club, it's called. Oh, on the right, the little black door, the little black door. It's really cool. The Beatles had a table in the corner and the Rolling Stones had a table in the other corner. They all used to hang out in here in the 1960s. It's also where Jimi Hendrix met his girlfriend.
Why don't you do some Mick Jagger impersonations? Dancing in the street. Communicate.
I don't think that Mick Jagger would be able to get through the door because he's got his arms are too much. Oh no, that's why he's got his shoulders in. And that's why he dances like that, actually. Mick Jagger would be able to get through the door because he'd go in through like that.
Can you do a Jimi Hendrix impersonation?
No, I can't. Let's go to the pub, come on.
Having a laugh and a joke. Maybe I'll die and maybe I won't, so let's all get lost in the smoke.
This pub is called the Red Lion, and there's a lot of Red Lion pubs in London. The reason why there's loads of Red Lion pubs in London is because during the reign of King James I, who was King James VI of Scotland, I think, he had the Red Lion as part of his heraldic crest, you know, his coat of arms. So when he came to London, he demanded that the Red Lion be displayed on all public buildings of importance. One of them was, of course, taverns, like this one, which they say has the second oldest pub licence in London. No one knows who has the oldest one. Anyway, thanks for watching my videos. Hope you enjoy them, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you want to find out more about me, just head over to my website joolzguys.com, and you can leave a donation or book me for a private tour, or find out about my sister's music, Little Lost Clue, or George Freighter's music, or everything. Cheers.
Smoke a cigar, having a laugh and a joke. Maybe I'll die.